Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist, and I sometimes wonder whether we just take ourselves a little too seriously. I know life is full of responsibilities. We have doubts and worries, more than our fair share of anxieties, and inevitably we come across situations that leave dark memories in our hearts, the traumas, the emotional distress that can leave a permanent marker on our attitude towards life. But there are times when it's worth just taking a break and looking back. Try to remember the most important issue that you were dealing with a year ago. What were you really worried about a year ago? What were you worried about 5 years ago? What was keeping you awake at night 10 years ago? The irony is that most of these things are just not important enough to remain as a permanent feature in our conscious minds. And that's what I really want to remind you about today. The things that you're worried about, that you're anxious about, may seem incredibly serious. I get that. I really do understand it. But the message is that we shouldn't invest too much of our time and energy into these crises that inevitably show up in life. In fact, by taking a step back, by endeavoring to look at the situation with a broader perspective, with a calmer, more detached view of what's really going on, that's exactly where you're likely to find the best solutions to whatever you're facing. I guess the real question is whether we are prepared to continue to waste so much time, so much of this daily opportunity for experiencing wonderful things that we call life, wasting it on being worried and anxious and afraid, getting totally obsessed by the challenges we're facing. I understand, but I'm inviting you to take a step back and to lighten up. I think one of the challenges is that we tend to take ourselves and our situations a little too seriously. Life is far too precious and important to be wasted in being wrapped up in these dark thoughts of all kinds of disasters and problems. Let's take a step back and take a deep breath and remind yourself that you're probably much more deserving of happiness than you ever thought possible. But you're also much more capable than you give yourself credit for. You put those two elements together and you start to feel brighter, more confident, more creative. You just realize that you're capable of handling pretty much anything that life can throw at you. So you don't need to waste your time and energy worrying and feeling anxious, giving up your power to be able to influence the situation. That's my message for this weekend, that you take the time to just recognize how able you are, how capable you are, and that the problems of today really don't deserve the kind of time and attention that you invest in them. So let's lighten up and make a firm commitment to enjoy this moment, this breath, this feeling of inner peace, because it will equip you to handle life much more effectively. What do you think? I'm aiming to provide all kinds of suggestions to improve the quality of life, but your feedback is really helpful, important, and it's quite inspirational. So any ideas or comments you'd like to share with me are always totally welcome. And as I wish you a wonderful weekend, let me say I also look forward to being back with you quite soon. Have a wonderful day.